Child, at this point, you got to be dumb like Porsha to not see what's going on.
Let's talk about it.
Shawty, come and swing my way. We ain't gotta waste no time now, baby. Put that in my face. I just wanna bump and grind on you. On you. Want you on my face. Shawty, come and swing my way.
I want people to have fun. Let's kick back. Let's get into a little tea. Let's not get too crazy, but let's enjoy the sip.
Clock that tea.
But let's get to the chi-chi, the kiki, the internet bull.
What's going on, y'all? It's Scott Santana, aka Chi. And baby, we are back for another Press and Mess because it's a lot of mess going on in the press, and we got to talk about it. Child, I'm so tired of talking about RHOA, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Atlanta Girls, Medicine Wives. I'm so tired of talking about all of them. But the gift that keeps on giving, girl, okay? Because Ms. Drew Sidora sat down with Carlos, self-proclaimed king, and the interview was real good. And she spilled a lot of tea on everything between her and Ralph, everything between her and Drew. Well, she is Drew. Everything between her and Ty, child, everything between Shamia and Porsha. And it was a lot to be said within that interview. So we got to break it down part by part. And so this is a part where basically she exposed Porsha for faking this whole storyline with her, even though we already knew it. Okay, but it was nice to get confirmation from somebody that's actually on the cast, from somebody that's actually being affected by said lies and bullshit. Okay, so we got to get into it after y'all go ahead and y'all like the video.
Nothing for free. I cuss a lot. Bitch, I'm a queen. Not like the thoughts. If you wanna be together, you gotta spend that check down. You wanna be forever, you gotta spend that check down. Gotta send a check on me. Gotta send a rest on me. Ay, ay. Gotta move successfully. If you want the best of me. Ay, ay. Gotta send a check on me. Gotta send a rest on me. Ay, ay. Gotta move successfully. If you want the best of me. Ay, ay. I like the.
Or that's what it was. And so I didn't get any return phone calls. It was not reciprocated. It wasn't reciprocated. I'm reaching out. You're not reaching out to me. When she heard about the divorce, she never reached out to me. When I heard about her divorce, I immediately reached out to her. But at a certain point in time, and I have the text messages, where I was like, you need to call me, you know? And she said, well, let's go to eat. I said, listen, she wanted to know, what are the new girls like? I don't know about the new girls. I don't know anything. But I need to see you. I need to talk to you. Oh, not you trying to bait me. Girl, I need to talk to you because I felt like it was something that was important to talk about. So she called me. We had a conversation. She's like, yeah, I know. I love the music. I love what you and Dennis are doing. We were in this studio and Dennis will call her. Hey, girl. She knew what we were doing. She knew what we were working on. Dennis was like, she loves this track. She loves this track.
What's Porsha's favorite track on your album?
All of them, child. All of them, okay? She said it. She said the album is a hit. So she loved for that's what it was. And so I didn't get any return phone calls. It was not reciprocal.
Oh, excuse me. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Y'all know how I like to do. So we're going to go and find the full version of the interview because she had a lot more to say. She had a lot more to say than just that because I did go ahead and watch the full interview yesterday and she had a lot more to say than just that 20 seconds. So, okay, girl. So I got it pulled up. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let me see. We have 4158. We can actually back it up just a piece.
I'm gonna sell so much music. It could pay for Pilar's college tuition, college fund. Porsha did not like that at all, child. She thought you brought her daughter into the situation. I would like for you to clear the air in terms of what you meant by that comment.
Well, watching it back, what I did see was that Shamia carried that conversation to Porsha and it wasn't taken in the spirit that I said it. So that's first. Porsha was like, well, that's not the way Shamia delivered it to me. The way Angela said it, she was like, okay, that's not so bad. So I want to go on record saying what I said wasn't bad. And what I was saying in that moment was because I keep getting asked the same question. Why Dennis? Why are you working with Dennis? So when Shamia...
And honestly and truly, We all know Drew didn't mean it in that type of way. She was being shady, yes, but not in a, oh, Porsha needs to come fight her or argue back with her type of way. It was like, girl, well, if anything, I can help put your kids to college. Like, girl, it might pay for something. Like, we all understood what the hell Drew meant.
Mia asked me that in that moment. I was like, this is what Dennis himself said, which I hope I get a flashback, because he said out of his own mouth, I'm doing this to build legacy for my daughter.
He said that on camera.
Wait. Hold on, because that's an important part.
I'm doing this to build legacy for my daughter.
He said that on camera.
Which I hope I get a flashback, because he said...
She said, I hope I get a flashback. Okay.
Out of his own mouth, I'm doing this to build legacy for my daughter.
He said that on camera.
He did. And he continues to say it, because I've got text messages, and he would stand here and tell you that. He is not just a hot dog man, you know? He is a serial entrepreneur, which Porsha has said out of her mouth. And he said he believed in me. We stood in this studio, and he literally was emotional because he said, I believe in you so much. I know this is going to build wealth and legacy for our kids. This is going to help me put my daughter through college. So I was saying that as a way to validate his reasoning and what I believe as a blessing it would be for our families. I'm a mother. So no one was saying, and it wasn't braggadocious, but this is a blessing for all of us. You know what I mean? This is why I'm doing it. This music is bigger than me. And so that was the intention. And then when she said, well, I think her college has been paid for, I said, well, maybe whatever it can do, I feel like it's going to be able to do something. I'm not doing this to get back at Porsha. This has nothing to do with Porsha, actually. And I'm not doing it to be negative in any way. This is something I think can be a blessing.
When you saw that, there's this narrative that you tried to solicit sex from Dennis, and you said something along the lines, allegedly, of you want to fuck Dennis. And Dennis said he's not trying to provide dick, he's trying to provide, tracks. No, I know sometimes in studio that goes hand in hand.
Listen.
I did work on Love and Hip Hop after all.
Well.
So I want to know, were you ever attracted to Dennis? Now,
have you not seen my husband? I like a certain physique. I like biceps, not bellies. I really, no offense to Dennis. I mean, the physiques are different. That's what I'm saying. The physiques are definitely different. No? Yeah.
I'm not gonna get over that.
I'm just saying.
I like my physique.
If you know, you know. And if you see, you see. And if you know it's different, it's different. And so it's just unbelievable to me. It's like, are we believing this? And I don't think people are believing it. I don't think you're believing it. I don't think the fans are buying it. I think that Porsha was brought here to give a life and a story that she wasn't able to deliver. And so that is the reason my name is brought up in every scene, every episode, every moment, even in her confessionals.
Let me guess. You're thinking about going to therapy. And as a therapist
at least we know he monetized, child.
myself, of course I'm going to say that's so great.
So that's just what we're seeing. And it's unfortunate because in my real life, I'm dealing with so much that when I come into this friend group, it's just so far from the truth. You hear the music. What we were doing was real. You see the fruits of our labor, and it wasn't easy. And it was
unlike that podcast that Ralph caught himself doing with Shamia that we still haven't heard of, but we see Ralph in the basement. But where's the King and Queens podcast that Ralph and Shamia was on? Right, because it never was one. That was just Porsha trying to be messy.
Was a journey, and people really got behind it, and so much so, Porsha was a fan of the music before cameras went.
What do you mean?
She and I had a conversation, and she said this on, I want to say episode 1 and maybe episode 2. She definitely said we had a conversation. Dennis invited her to my birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
Why would Dennis be inviting you to my birthday party if you had no idea? So people gotta, and I think the fans are seeing it. The fans are really smart. Like I can say this season, the people see what it really is. And what it really is that Porsha and I had a conversation and I told her about me working with Dennis. Let me back up, because when she was Mrs. Gubadia, I reached out to her multiple times. Multiple times. I texted her multiple times. I called her multiple times. And what I know now about Porsha is she's just not a girl's girl.
At all.
She's just not a good
At
friend.
all.
So in
At
my
all.
reaching out to her, she was busy off living her princess African life. And no one heard from Porsha. She wasn't showing up. She wasn't around us. We didn't see her. We saw her on Instagram. We saw the life on Instagram that she was putting out there. And so therefore, that's what it was. And so I didn't get any return phone calls. It was not reciprocated. It wasn't reciprocated. I'm reaching out. You're not reaching out to me. When she heard about the divorce, she never reached out to me. When I heard about her divorce, I immediately reached out to her. But at a certain point in time, and I have the text messages.
And you know what? Here's what I want to say. Because as I was watching this whole interview last night, I was like, damn, maybe I should have did this for YouTube. But then I was like, no, because obviously it's going to be on the blogs, like exactly like I was on the blogs right now. So Porsha is most definitely a mean girl. I've said that already. I feel like Porsha and Meg Thee Stallion are pretty much the same person. I also feel like, and I feel like Meg has also came out and publicly said that Porsha was her favorite character too. But I also at the same time feel like Porsha is very much that pick-me who gets into a relationship and then she cuts everybody off. She cuts everybody off. Like, you could be best friends with her, but the second she get into a relationship is my man, my man, my man. Oh, I could go out, but I gotta see how my man feeling. Or, oh, if we go out, I gotta bring my man along. Or, oh, I'm leaving to go be with my man. Like, that's what Porsha very much gives me. So when Drew says, oh, none of us was really talking to Porsha, like she got with this nigga, she got married, all we knew is what we saw on the gram, because we couldn't get in contact with Porsha. I most definitely believe it. And we even saw the notifications on Drew's phone on the show where they showed that Drew was trying to reach out to her multiple times. I'm sorry, bitch. I'm gonna give you once, maybe twice. After that, you don't give a fuck, so I don't give a fuck. I'm not about to keep calling you like I'm a fan. I'm not about to keep texting you like I'm a fan. I'm not gonna be DM. I'm not gonna do none of that, because at the end of the day, this is a courtesy. I do what the fuck I want. Okay, this is a courtesy, me reaching out to you, just so you know up front what the hell is going on. And I'm glad that Drew got a chance to explain herself without editing, okay, without the show, because Drew is letting us know, like, hey, I understand the optics. Like, I understood in the first place what one could be mad at, but I'm here to tell y'all that's not what Porsha's mad at, because I understood the optics from the very first day, and that's why I kept trying to reach out to Porsha. But when she didn't accept my phone calls, what was I to do? And then when she does, and then she's aware of what's going on, and now coming to TV trying to act like she now has a problem, yeah, that's why I'm thrown off. But I'm gonna let her continue. I'm gonna let her get into it. But I just want to say, Porsha's a fucking pick-me. And not only is she a pick-me, she is very much the type to cut off everybody around her once she gets into a relationship. But the second that goes wrong, like that whole relationship goes wrong or that marriage goes wrong, then she expects for all of those people that she cut off to then come back around and rally around her and support her. And that's what she expected of Shamia. That's why on this show, she want to be like, oh, I'm going through a divorce. I'm going through so much. I can't focus on anything else. Bitch, nobody give a damn about that divorce. You going through a divorce doesn't give you license to be a bitch at all. No matter what it is that you're going through, you still have to treat people with human decency and with care. Like the fuck, treat people with the same respect that you would want. But Porsha can't do that. That's why she blamed everything on her divorce that she can't even talk about this season.
Where I was like, you need to call me, you know? And she said, well, let's go to eat. I said, listen, she wanted to know, what are the new girls like? I don't know about the new girls. I don't know anything, but I need to see you. I need to talk to you. Oh, not you trying to bait me. Girl, I need to talk to you, because I felt like it was something that was important to talk about. So she called me. We had a conversation. She's like, yeah, I know. I love the music. I love what you and Dennis are doing. We were in this studio and Dennis will call her. Hey, girl. She knew what we were doing. She knew what we were working on. Dennis was like, she loves this track. She loves this track.
What's Porsha's favorite track on your album?
All of them, child. All of them, okay? She said it. She said the album is a hit. So she loves the project as a whole. Porsha called me because she apologized for not making it to my birthday party. And she said, come hang out. with me and Yandy. Let's go out, girl. We need to talk and celebrate. We have so much to celebrate. We have so much to talk about with our divorces. And I was like, girl, I'm tired because my birthday party was a lot and I'm about to lay it down. And so when I saw her at Shamia's birthday party, I'm like, let's do some shots. Like, what's up, girl? I was just so happy to see my girl. So when she came at me, that's why my mouth was open. And I didn't really I was flabbergasted. I'm like, I was so confused because I'm like, we definitely like talked a couple of times and we've already talked about this, you know, because as a friend, I felt like it was important to do so. So the conversation happened. When it happened was on her terms, but it definitely happened. And there was no beef, there was no issue, there was no, we need to have a conversation, we need to have a sit down because I'm feeling away. It was none of that. So that's why I was taken aback and I was just like, because this energy seemed to be for the camera.
And I'm gonna tell you why I'm asking. Why? 3 people have said that they saw y'all out at the club. Y'all were booed up.
Stop playing.
Matching. I swear.
Not matching.
Matching?
I bet not find out that anybody's booed up with Peter Anthony Thomas with a matching outfit on.
I know they didn't do the prom matching outfit.
Definitely not be booed up with Leon nowhere with a matching outfit on.
Ain't nothing professional about matching outfits.
I'm gonna need them not to even be booed up with James Michael Hill and he with a matching outfit on. Please find somebody else to match with and boo up with.
You been in the industry how long?
Well,
why Dennis?
Porsha and I, we talked about it.
No.
And I did.
I mean, I was talking to Dennis, something about Pilar last minute, and he was like, oh, can you come to Drew's birthday party? But I had just wiped my face off, so I didn't come. So the next day, you posted a picture. And I was like, yes. She is not looking like herself. She is just like washed. I was like, let me call her.
Wow.
Because you look like, not washed like.
No, but you are right, because my makeup artist, I didn't have no makeup on.
Like I said, she was washed. So then anyway, you have no makeup?
There was no filter.
No, because I look good with no makeup.
It wasn't her face, it was stress.
Okay.
Anyone going through divorce, you know what that looks like. The next day I called her and I said, are you okay? And then you brought up Dennis and you were like,
you didn't know they were working together?
I didn't know.
I didn't know Dennis.
No, Drew did not tell me anything at all, whether she was. And by the way, let me preface this by saying I do not care.
It seems like you care.
I literally scrolled, saw something about him in the studio, and I went and made something for dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't got nothing to do with that.
Somebody said that y'all came through the club together, holding hands, y'all was booed up.
Girl, that's
I'm just, that's why I want to ask you myself.
Can I talk? Because I can just put this to bed.
Yes.
Like, it's very simple. I had reached out to you many times.
Drew, you
and
can
you
text,
were, hold on,
honey.
I let
Come
you
on.
talk.
That's not something you text.
It wasn't something I was going to text.
I agree.
Let me tell you from the beginning. I opened up for Tamar Braxton. Dennis reached out to my management about me hosting the official after party. And he did a whole professional pitch about working with me on my music. So I told you on the phone, I said, listen, Dennis has been my angel on earth because at a time and everything I'm going through, which we haven't been able to talk because my music has been my therapy.
And that's beautiful.
And I was like, I'm so excited for you to hear it. And I did ask Dennis, I said, did you get a chance to talk to Porsha? Because I ain't been able to catch up with her because she's been busy. He said, I asked her for her blessing and she gave it to me.
Y'all really have to stop lying to each other.
I want to say this on record, okay? At the end of the day, Dennis has been like a brother to me since me, you, Ralph, and I all hung out.
I didn't sleep with him.
He out of whatever y'all got going on.
Together.
But let me tell you, that man loves you. And I don't want you to ever think for 1 second that I would ever be dealing with your baby daddy.
Okay. Are you done?
Oh, ooh, wow. The posturings.
Let's set Dennis to a side, all right? Because you can marry him or kill him. I don't care. I've done nothing but root for you. You understand that? With your hair, I said, you know what? You can come work for Go Naked. Ambassador, I did all of that.
And we did.
And all of that was because I cared for you. My problem with you is this. You are a low down, dirty individual. You know what I'm talking about. Since this phone call that you're talking about, about you told me about Dennis and all that, you've done some low down shit to me. Very low down. And I'm here to tell you got the wrong one. You with the wrong one. I'm so confused. We have our family, we have our friends. Can I break the fourth wall?
Yes.
Break it.
All right, y'all.
What did I do? All right. You know that we are all on this show together. We have our family, we have our friends, we have our own support systems. You have been trying to go behind my back and do something very dirty by asking Dennis to film with you.
Oh.
Yes, you've been trying to get him to film. Well, he showed me the text message.
I text
Please
him.
stop.
Is Rue sneaking around, upsetting because she's actually a friend that you care for?
No, it ain't even that deep. I got pissed because the bitch was trying to film with my baby daddy on the show. I don't know how many times I got to say that. Drew never discussed with me filming with my child's father. You're wanting to film with him is complicating my life. Her sneaking around with Dennis, I could care less. What I care about is because of this whole divorce, I'm stressed as and now I got to deal with my baby daddy, girl. It's that simple.
Is that bad?
I feel like
Okay, so y'all pretty much get the point. Y'all remember that was the first episode.
I used to
let's get
spend
back
hours
into
building
what Drew is saying. Because here's the thing, right? There's a conversation of the music, but then there's also the conversation of it being filmed for the show. Whether it happened or it didn't happen, and actually, let me go ahead and put me back on screen. Move, bitch. Okay? Whether or not Drew called her and said, hey, listen, this is about, like, I'm working with Dennis, right? Because she already knew that they was working together. I do believe that Drew and Dennis said, I believe Porsha knew that Drew and Dennis were working together. I do feel like Drew probably did try to tell her, hey, I'm bringing him on the show. But let's say that she didn't. Porsha, you're returning to a show where it's all about storylines, and you know that Drew's storyline is her music. It's obvious that she would be filming with Dennis. So even if we are to say that Drew, like all the time she was texting Porsha, and even when they did get on the phone, even if we was to say that that was a conversation about Porsha working with Dennis, Porsha, this is a show. Like you can't possibly think that they're not working on music and like that they're not going to be on the show and that not going to be a part of her storyline. Like it still doesn't make sense no matter how you paint it. It doesn't make sense no matter how you paint it.
Mia needs to vocalize, right? Because that's her story, that's her pain, that's her journey. But she had a lot to say to celebrate her. I would never know this.
Maybe it was season 6.
Okay.
But we tried to.
And there was no beef, there was no issue, there was no party. I'm like, let's do some shots. Like, what's up, girl? I was just so happy to see my girl. So when she came at me, that's why my mouth was open. And I didn't really.
You're gagged.
I was flabbergasted. I'm like, ugh. I was so confused because I'm like, we definitely like talked a couple of times and we've already talked about this, because as a friend, I felt like it was important to do so. So the conversation happened. When it happened was on her terms, but it definitely happened. And there was no beef, there was no issue, there was no, we need to have a conversation, we need to have a sit down because I'm feeling away. It was none of that. So that's why I was taken aback and I was just like, because this energy seemed to be for the camera.
If you've been trying to lose weight and have one of these insurance,
you monetize, girl.
When you are watching this season unfold, and obviously we did see Shamia's birthday party. We saw what happened in the first episode. And now we're seeing this destruction between Shamia and Porsha's friendship.
Okay, and this is where we can go ahead and wrap it up. Like I said, I very well feel like Porsha knew. Even if the conversation was just, hey, I'm working with him on music, and not necessarily, hey, I'm working with him on music and bringing him to the show, I still don't. Like, what dumbass would think that somebody is not going to use that for this storyline? Like, the purpose of the show is to be real, right? The purpose of the show is to show what's going on in your real life, your reality. And if I'm switching from acting to now doing singing, like, I don't even need to over-explain myself because you literally just got to be dumb or a Porsha stan, which to me is both, to think that Drew's not going to showcase her music on the show and not use the show as a vehicle. Like, Come on now. So you would have to know that Dennis would indirectly be a part of that. Like, come on. I definitely believe they had a conversation. And Porsha's a fucking liar. She's a liar. I know y'all love to call Drew a liar. And yeah, Drew lies, but she lies about stupid, dumb shit. Like, even in the clip that I was just playing that y'all was listening to, Drew said I wasn't wearing makeup and it was a face full of makeup. Okay, cool. Like, I would rather stuff like that and rather stuff like Drew lying about being Michael Jordan's cousin than the type of lies that Porsha goes around and tells. Okay? The type of lies that Porsha goes around and tells can actually shapeshift somebody's life and change their whole entire reality. So all of this ganging up on Drew that everybody seems to love doing, both cast and fans, since she's been on the show, I don't like it. But in regards to the situation, Porsha, you did this simply because you didn't have a storyline, and that's just that on that. Okay, y'all, let me know what y'all thought about all of this down in the comment box below, child. You can go to my website, thealignedSouls.com, to book you a personal reading. Also, over on patreon.com/ScottSantana, that is where we actually sit and watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, as well as all of our other favorite shows together, as I sit and I give live commentary while we watch the episodes together. Okay? So listen, baby, if you enjoyed this, and don't forget, it's my birthday week. Okay? Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all that. Okay? If you enjoyed this commentary, don't worry. There's more where that came from. Check it out. Dolly, that body looks bad.
Finally made it after this long ass ride. So we pull up to the house in St. Louis, and I'm like, oh.
So we pull up to the house in St. Louis. I think I finally got her accents here.
So now I have to do some investigating with all of the ladies to see how it all went to hell, child.
Can we catch you up? So when you were upstairs getting your beauty rest. Yeah.
Can we catch you up? Because when you're upstairs getting your beauty rest, the way that Kelly talks, because then you have Brent that's like nice school, and then you have Kelly that talks like this. You're like, oh my god.
Space.
Sisterhood, in quotes.
Don't fast forward none of this. Absolutely not. I want to know every last motherfucking thing that Angela said. What the hell did Tangela say to them? Don't keep secrets.
How you doing, RuPaul? Now, Gilbert, you are a very funny man. Have you always been funny?
Alicia, I mean, I definitely understand committing to the character, but like, did she just start hormones yesterday? Where she put her titties? Girl, that is not a chest plate. Stop laughing. You transphobic.
I'm a T-girl from a past life.
Up next, she puts the sass in Sasquatch.
Tell me that's not Karen Hugo. Tell me that's not Karen Hugo.
Play the video.
Miss Big Feet. What the did you just?
That's
Noel. Ooh,
Alicia.
Aubrey. Ooh, Aubrey, you're going to hell.
The Thomas Concubine video.
Sasquatch is a very offensive term to me.
Is
you
it?
must
That's
know.
all I'm gonna see now.
that
I ain't
your
even gonna see your
nail
character.
Protecting the dynasty is a full-time job.
Talking about my kid, you stupid bitch.
I don't even.
Right, because you're talking about my daughter. Jackie, you talking about my daughter. Don't talk about my daughter. Don't talk about my daughter or my daughter's daughter.
I feel horrible and I feel guilty. Christian has been living a private life and he decided to marry me, and it's been all eyeballs on us.
No, he's been living a private life scamming. He's been living somebody else's private life. That's what he been doing. Christian been publicly living somebody else's private life that he done stole. Who EIN, who social security number he using today?
At times you're fake.
No, I feel like at times
I rest my case.
Not Banner was on season 2 looking like a country Bama. Girl, I thought that was Shawnee.
I'm bad, I'm pretty, hot to ditty. Thick ass shape, any sick ass city. Pussy on fire, cause she stay giving kitty. Bring the whole talent every time I'm in your city. I'm the bitch that you wanna be round. See, I'm the bitch, I'm the one with the crown. And I'm the bitch bringing cake by the pound. Have me on my knees, Mary J. Blige, bitch, I'm going down. Deadly ass top throat game is a killer. Stomach is available to be your babysitter. No need to be shy, put the thing up in it. Nothing wrong with a late night dinner, nigga.
so fat, and it tastes like Skittles. Turn the shit around and watch how I giggle. You better work, notice ass back and wiggle. I never had shake that thing in the middle. Ass so fat, and it tastes like Skittles. Turn the shit around and watch